in my family, I think I've identified several Trumpies, several Trumpsters. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did they say they watched the show? Are they
in the best of families, my friends?
What?
Did you bring politics up at the Thanksgiving table?
No, I didn't.
No?
I didn't. No, I didn't. Certainly, I wouldn't do that. But here is the bizarre way in which, I mean, it's instructive, because here's the bizarre way in which, in my family, in the, the various characters who connect, they do a jujitsu pretzel logic thing and end up with Donald Trump and voting for Donald Trump. And here's what I mean. There's a member of my family who is with a guy, and his mother is married to a woman.
Okay.
So it's a lesbian family. The guy voted, and I think impressed upon my relative the need to vote for Donald Trump. And when asked why she voted for Donald Trump, my relative, she said it was the immigration thing. What was interesting to me about it was not that she had an answer that it was the immigration thing, because they all have an answer. As I've said to you before, there is always a hook on which to hang their vote for Trump. It's immigration, it's the other big stuff that Donald Trump talks about, like weaponizing the Justice Department or the economy, whatever. And the economy was the big thing, and immigration was, the second big thing. And they took various spots, 1 and 2, depending on who you were talking to. But in polling, that's where it ended up. Anyway, I get back to the mother and mother, the lesbian couple, because it's astounding to me, if you're a woman, that you could find a vote for Donald Trump and for that conservative court and the religious righties that are coming in to take away all of your freedoms. They want the patriarchy that birthed all of these religions to reascend and take hold of America. That's just kind of what the deal is.
It's astounding, all the people that voted against their best interest.
Sure, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so I continue, because the other thing they're going to take away is you, the lesbian married women. There are other lesbians who want to be married, and they're taking away, A, your right to get married, and B, they are culling libraries and curricula of any reference to gay people or a gay lifestyle or lesbianism or whatever. It's going to be, they're already doing it. They're yanking it out of books, movies, television broadcasts, anything that might be exposed to students in a public school setting. Now, I'm not saying you need to go to Lesbian 101 as a class, but I'm just suggesting that these are people who live in society quite well. You don't need to, extract every reference to them. Yeah. And still, that's what's happening. So again, back to the family. So you've got 2 women and their son, who is the boyfriend of my relative, and all of them voted for Trump. And I just don't get it. It's like, I don't think you thought it through. But as Kim has noted, we this phenomenon where you vote against your interests is something that, is very much part of the con, I think, the propaganda con that has been the Trump positions. And of course, right-wing media, which has been oversized in representing their positions in various ways that are completely intellectually bankrupt. So
it's really quite a trick how you would get someone to vote against the things that would be better for them in their life, how you swindle them, how you I don't know, manipulate their thinking into putting themselves last. Interesting.
Yeah. There's another thing here. This is William Knight. I don't know, this might overstate it. The Mark Thompson Show was going to write this as you introduced this story, but I knew she'd say immigration, which is a way not to have to admit that they're racist and Trump equals racism. There might be a quality of racism there. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know them. I don't even know her well enough to know whether she has evolved into someone who has sort of racist tendencies. I do think that there is something, and this is a demonstrable phenomenon through time, which is that, I mean, look at Nazi Germany and the rise of Nazi Germany and fascism through Europe. You see how by blaming a group, you are able to somehow take the attention away from flawed economic policies, the rise of fascism. If you can blame, in the case of Nazi Germany, it was the Jews, it was, it's the homosexuals, it's whatever it might be. The idea somehow that you can foist upon another group the blame for all that ails society. Yeah. And slowly that really is what happens. If we could only get rid of this group, this cancer on our society, we would be able to, et cetera, have a robust nation with a robust economy, et cetera. So there might be some truth to that. I don't know. In other words, in summary, I would say, yeah, if you can blame immigrants or blame them, whoever the them end up being, it's sort of a tried and true playbook. So the libs, I think, own a lot of that, blame the libs for a lot of it. It's a liberal society, we've lost our way. Let's get back to religion. Let's get back to God. Let's get back to whatever. So the laxness of society is their fault. Whoever the they is, the immigrants, how they come here with their culture. It's different than ours, whatever, et cetera. So there might be, it's extreme to say that they're racists, these people in my family who voted for Trump, but they might be. I don't know. As I say, I don't know them well enough, but man, if you ever needed a clearer, weird, cartoonish version of people who are voting against their own interests. And then we have other people in my family, again, I learned this at Thanksgiving, who are afraid to tell you, or certainly afraid to tell me, that they voted for Trump, but they feel Trump will be good for business. And in the business world that some of my family works in, I'm laughing because there's business associated with what? The environment. And if you think that this administration coming in is going to continue these environmental subsidy programs that are designed to clean up and in any way help the environment and, by so doing, help your business, you're crazy. So you're right. There's something else going on here. There's an identity. There's something. And I don't get it. So it was a revelation.
You just don't get it, do you?
I don't.
You don't.
No, I don't. It was a revelation for me. And I know it's being played out in a lot of different families and a lot of different dynamics that you'll have over the holidays, because it's not just Thanksgiving. You'll go into Christmas and New Year's. And we're rubbing up against these people and going, man, you voted for Trump? That's wild. Now, I can keep my cool, man. But when I start to talk about the substantive issue, that's when I begin to lose it. You know what I mean? But the idea, I talked to somebody and they voted for Trump, it's like, fine.
Yeah.
I get it, whatever. But if you actually, it's when they start to make the argument for why they voted for him, that's when I go, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Are you listening to yourself? Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell, you'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.